our Discover Arbonne this evening. My name is Jessica Pecore. I'm an executive area manager and an Arbonne independent consultant. I'm going to very briefly introduce our guest speaker tonight. Steve is going to kick off the start of this presentation, then I'm going to come back on a little bit later into it. We are going to be co-presenting tonight, which I'm very, very excited about. So super quickly, Steve and I met at my first area manager Arbonne training almost 2 years ago in May, and which was very awesome. It was really great to meet other people at the same level in the business at a big fun weekend. So we met then, we've stayed in touch, and I'm very excited to share that Steve is now a regional vice president with Arbonne and the very first male RVP in Quebec, which is so exciting. Congratulations. So without further ado, I'm going to let Steve share his story, and thank you again so much for everyone that's on the call, and I can't wait to hear you speak, Steve.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Steve Poitras. I'm a brand new regional vice president, independent consultant with Arbonne. I'm getting out of my comfort zone because English is not my first speaking language. So let's jump in. I love the fact that you talk about the area managers retreat, because I always say to people in the business that's where it starts. If you're a district manager, you want to be an area manager as quick as possible, because for me, my journey started there, with the training, stuff like that, meeting people from other cities. And so it's really like a good business. If you want to grow, if you want to learn different things, and if you want to grow yourself, for me, the journey really started at that level, I started my business in July 2014, thanks to my sponsor, Johan Gagnon. He was the one who wanted to do the business. He was introduced in the business by Alexandra Sauvé, and he signed up in June. And, I heard about Arbonne, but for me, Arbonne was kind of the new thing. I was not like really educated about that. So to encourage him, I buy products, and I fell in love with the products. So I start my research and learn more about Arbonne, and with the longevity of the company, stuff like that, our difference. And it kind of appealed me, and I was like, okay, if I'm not doing it, somebody else do. So I jumped in the business 1 month after him, and I was not. It was not my thing, That's the part is funny, because when you once were telling me about Arbonne, I was, I saw you in that, but I never saw me there. So it's funny to 2 years later to see what's happened in my journey, because Arbonne is not like for one type of people. Arbonne is for everybody. You just have to bring it into your life. So we're not asking people to quit their job. We're asking people to fit Arbonne in their life, to start to use products. And for me, it was, at that time, I was really busy with my other job. I'm an artist manager, and we were like touring all of the Quebec. And, I can bring my stuff with me and build my business like with the time I've got. So it was really like kind of appealing for me. Arbonne totally changed my life. I met new people every day. Arbonne is a community, so you're never alone in that business. Your sponsor guide you, you meet new people, you make friends. We chit chat about like new products, new stuff, exchanging tips. So it's really kind of good to have your own business at a small cost, to be an entrepreneur, to work like when you want, with who you want, at your speed. I always say to my team, it's okay if you run, if you jog, you do Arbonne like you want. So I'm gonna start about Arbonne history. It's one of the part who kind of appealing me, because as I said at the beginning, for me Arbonne was the new thing. I was not educated about it, and when I discovered at the time that Arbonne was like a 34 years old company, I was like kind of mind blowing. I was like, oh my God, okay, they know what they're talking about. So for me, it was really appealing to see that it was like a vegan botanical company, but since the beginning, because for me, all of the company was taking turns to be like botanical, to be like vegan. But for me, Arbonne, when I saw that, I was like, okay, they're pioneer there. They know what they do. Never test on animals, stuff like that. So it was really, really appealing. Arbonne was founded in 1975 by our founder, a Norwegian guy named Pecore. And Pecore was a really visionary, and for me, it still is, because all the things that he put there at the beginning are still there today. So it's really like a culture for me, Arbonne, more than a business, because everything is there since the beginning. He started to make formulation. The 5 first years was more about formulating products and building the brand. For him, he had the dream to make the women millionaires, because he said that women gonna do great thing with their money. So I can tell him today that we are men now in our and we can do good thing with our money too. So in 1980, he was really like to start the company, and he started in the United States. And sometimes people said, "Oh, why are you an European company and you start in the United States?" The reason is simple. It's because he wants his products to be like the marketing, like mouth to talk, and it was not popular in Europe at that time. So for him, it was really important to go where it was like kind of popular. So in 1980, sorry, numbers, he go there and he started his company. Starting his company there, and we were in the United States like for 26 years before opening another country. What is funny is, since the beginning, the company was named Arbonne International, because Pecore knows that one day we're going to be in all over countries. When I signed up, they were talking about opening Poland, so that was a huge thing for me. I have a lot of friends in Europe. I travel a lot, and I was like, okay, I can bring this business with me and have a customer in other countries. So it was really appealing to me. 2006, first international opening, the Canada, 10 years last year at the CNTC, in September. 2000, 2007, sorry, Great Britain and Australia. In 2009, a really important fact that it really touched me, because I'm a guy from marketing. I have a communication degrees. I make course at HEC Montreal, and I know who was Kay Napier. So when I saw the name of Kay Napier there, I was like, oh my God, that's a girl from Procter & Gamble. So it's, she's not a nobody. So she came in Arbonne. She's really famous to do stuff like when McDonald's had the crisis because of the movie Super Size Me. Kay Napier was there to help McDonald's to go out of that path, and she installed like the santé menu with the wrap and stuff like that. So she's also a visionary. She's a woman that I admire, and she's with us by choice, So for me, it was like, oh my God, it was really important to me. Another fact: in 2008, Peter Matravers joined the company. Peter Matravers is a chemist. It's really well known because he invented the Neutrogena soap bar. He owned a lot of brevet on botanical science. He worked for Estée Lauder for a long time. He took Avida, hair care company product for like not a small company, but he helped them to go to the top. So he's really, really an important part of our company, and really he's always there to bring new stuff. So for me, I was feeling like kind of in a good hand to start my business. 2014, opening of on Poland. For me, it was kind of fun. I know people in France and Belgium, and I know that all that thing coming, So I saw that like 2 years ago. I was like, online business, being global, a whole company, but with a small market in 2014, but with a huge experience. So for me, it was kind of, okay, wow, let's do this. This year was a big year when we were at the CNTC. We know that we were supposed to open to Taiwan, and when we arrived at the GTC, they tell us that we open to New Zealand too. So 2 countries this year, and I know that with Pecore there, I know that it's just the beginning. We have a new system to fit all of the growing. So Arbonne is really a fit for if you want to be like an entrepreneur, if you want to work or create a life by design. Believe me, I have no regret after 2 years. So the first thing I want to know, it was like, where's the money? Because when you start a business, it's a business. So I want to understand all that. I have the chance, as I said, to do a course in the HSC. So I know about multi-level marketing. I know that multi-level marketing is a kind of business that you can build and you can do money. So I didn't have like the taboo about the business. And when I saw the compensation plan, I was like, okay, my God, it's a 3 to 5 year plan. And I was like, okay, I go to university. I was there like 3 years and a half, and it cost me like 35K to go there. So I can do that and be paid. And for me, it was like a good plan. So we all, to understand the compensation plan, we always will independent consultant. For me, it's the more like flattering title of all those, because it's our job, and it's the first title that we got. So the first level of managing is district manager. We talk about the 5-7 months go there. Some people do it like quicker, or slower. You can build this like at the speed that you want. We talk in Canada about average monthly income of $327. At the beginning I was like, oh my God, it's not big, but as I build my business and as I learn I coach people to do the same thing than me, I was like, oh my God, that kind of money can change people's life, because from some families, payment on the car, for some people it's like vacation, that you can build on your way to the top if you want to go there. The second level of management is area manager. What is interesting at that level is that you can put your business on your will. So I was like, oh, okay, I built something, but I can leave my legacy to my family. So it's kind of, I was like, my other job, I cannot do that, so it's a big plus. At that level, we talk about $1,654 of income monthly. That's kind of interesting, and that's the place where some of people in the business say bye boss, if you want to say so. Okay, and we talk about 12 to 20 months to go there. So it's not I work when I quit university and I was 35 Ks of debt. I found a job like 30 Ks a year, with my studies. So I was like, okay. So and the third level of management is regional vice president. That's the level when you get your Mercedes-Benz paid by the company. That's the level is like at the beginning, everybody's kind of like, oh, I want to go there. And I'm there, so I'm really happy about that. But as I grow in the business day by day, it's not about the car, it's not about the money, it's about helping people, to people and help them to share their dream with with other people and to pay their bills and to make them grow. So it's really like a business for the people and with people. So, but as I say, you know, I prefer to drive a Mercedes Benz than a Yaris. You know, it's more like fun. So we talk about income salary commission about $6,584. C'est une moyenne, je sais pas le mot en anglais là. You can do more, you can do less, but you know, at that point, you have to understand that you build that on part-time for 2, 3, 5 years, and you can get like that kind of pay to do stuff like really easily and really funny. So for me, it's really nice. We talk about 24, 34 months to go there. I think I'm in the average. I think it took me 2 years. So the time is not important, you know. It's the journey that it is. For me, I learned so much stuff in Arbonne. I changed a lot, and for me, it's more appealing of the time that I have a title, stuff like that. You know. The last one, but not the least, national vice president, the place where I'm going. It's the last level of the company, but for me, it's where everything's begin. When I knew more about the business, when I start to meet like national vice president, I fell in love with that kind of life that they offer to others, because at that level, everybody get really involved, like in charity and stuff like that, and doing things for other people, for their team. And it was kind of appealing me, because I love to give to others. I always was that kind of person. So we talk about income monthly about $19,942. And the first time I saw that, I was like, oh, that's not a lot of money. And I was, oh, it's monthly. Okay. I was like, okay. And we said like 41 to 43 months. So, and there's no ceiling. If you build your business, if you continue to build your business, you can like be exponential. You can go really like where you want. So all that plan, when I saw that, and you know, I was 43 at the time, so I was not like to say, oh, I'm going to go back to school, I'm going to try this or try this. So for me, it was really appealing, because I think if I put like my energy in that business for 5 years, I can go there, and everybody can go there. I know VPs, RVPs, they're like, everybody can do Arbonne. We have like doctors, we are lawyers, but you can like be a cashier in a grocery store and do Arbonne and do to the top of that company. Arbonne's not going to pay you for who you was. Arbonne's going to pay you with the way that you work and the energy you put on your work. So that's really amazing, because, you know, those here we don't have like security. You know, everything's changed. Business are closing, and it's the same thing with when you put your money at the bank. You know, we're not doing 10% on that. So for me, it was like a good plan to build me like a security. You know, and it's really nice, because I can tell you, after 2 years, I saw things change in my life. You know, the first DA I went, it was with Loriana Soviano, and she was talking, prepare yourself to unpack, and then I was like, what she's talking about? And now I understand. You know, if you have some things happening in your life, are you ready for the impact? Do you have the money, if you have a relative when sick, to not go to work and take care of him? You know, maybe your boss gonna say you take one week, take 2 weeks, but if it lasts for 2 years, I don't think they're gonna be open. You know, it's like, so with a plan like that, things happen in my life this year that Arbonne, I was like, oh my God, now I understand the power of that business, that I can do my stuff. I take care of the people I love, and I can have an income, residual income, you know, and we pay on what we do for that business. So if you work hard, you pay later, you know, because you build your team, you coach your team, and everybody's working. It's a work team, and I love to work like with other people. So I always say, to explain network marketing, sometimes people have difficulty to understand that, and it's okay, because if you're able to explain it well, they're gonna say, oh, that's a good plan. And Chantal Gauthier opened my mind on this the first time I saw her, when she said, do you prefer to be paid like for 100% of your effort? Je sais pas c'est quoi effort en anglais. Or 1% of the, c'est quoi le mot? Effort? Oh, it's the same word, you know? Do you prefer to be paid like 100% of your effort, or to be paid on 1% of the effort of 100 people? And I was like, okay, now I understand, you know? So it changed my mind. And what we do, it's in network marketing, it's really, really simple. Is that we do it every day. You know, when you go to see a movie, when you go to a restaurant, you like it, you talk about it. And it's the same thing with Arbonne, you know. I love the products, I love the philosophy of the company, I love the business, so I just talk about it, and I love to talk, so I'm paid for that. So it's simple as that, okay? But on side of that is that, you know, in traditional retail, there's a lot of fees that when you buy a product, you pay for all that chain. So you have the manufacturer, the wholesaler, the warehouser, the sales force, the retailers. The sales force is like huge. It's like the photographer, all the marketing. You saw the ads on the TV, the hairdresser, whatever, the models would charge like big cost to a company. So in Arbonne, we don't have that. Arbonne, the product get out of the manufacturer, and sometimes I say he passed by our hands, but no, because my store is online. So if I have an iPhone and I meet someone on the street and he's interested to buy products, I can open an account, and he's gonna have the products 2 days, like 2-3 days UPS at his home. So it's really like powerful, because you do one transaction with someone and you coach him to like use his account, and after that he can use it like by himself, and each time he's going to order products, it's going to be a part of your income. So it's really nice. So but for me, it was like the flexibility of my time. You know, I'm a worker. I love to work. I go up early in the morning and I do my stuff, but I can do it, you know, for myself and for the people I love. So it's really different. You know, I pass my life to realize other people's dream, because that's what you do when you work for somebody else. So, and at 42 years old, it was impossible to me to say, oh, I'm going to open like a shoe store or a dressing salon, because it takes a lot of money to do that. And it's a lot of risk. And with Arbonne, what I like is that I have no risk. At the beginning, I was like, okay, if I don't like that, I'm going to be beautiful for 1 year. You know, I'm gonna use good products. There's no risk in that business, and it's really, and you know, we're so well in Arbonne because we have everything. You know, website. We have a customer service. They're really nice to us, and we have upline, sidelines, downlines helping us. So it's really like, you know, opening a business and paying for a website, just that, it's a lot of money, and to take care of that website, it's a lot of money. So for me, so it was like a I don't know, key in the clé en main business. So everything was ready there, and I just have to promote that. So it's a really nice company. And you know, I was already like I'm an artist manager, so I was already a freelance. So as a freelance, for me, it was like, oh, it's cool because I can do my other stuff. I can do that. And, you know, it's kind of, it's give a lot of freedom. And at the beginning, I was scared. I was like, okay, do I have to deliver products? Do I have to have an inventory? Do I have, you know, all this, that kind of old stuff that people think of, you know, I was one of them. And no, you know, it's really like nice to see that you just have to promote a product, to talk about it, you use it, you know it, and coach people to do the same thing. So it's really, really, really fun to do and really easy, you know. So what we do in Arbonne is so simple that it's kind of, and I know by experience that when I get out of there, I don't have success. So it's kind of really, really, and it's wrote, they wrote it there, so it's work. You can, I heard, I think it was Nathalie Como says at the area manager retreat last year that she built all of that, her business on that slide, and I believe her because it's simple as that. So we stopped doing what we do. We stopped like by, we stopped putting money in other people's dreams. We stop using products that sometimes they're not good for our health. And we start to put that money and took it in our own store, you know. And what is interesting, it's at the district manager level, you have a commission on what you, of the product that you buy for yourself. So it's amazing because you have a discount and Arbonne pay you to buy your products. So I can tell you that after 2 years, I'm at the level that I am. It costs me less for me to buy Arbonne than to buy every other products, and I have a better quality. So it's really nice to do that. We start sharing those products. I love that part of the business. At the beginning, I was not the demo guy because I have kind of, and I don't have the time. And I fly to like in 2 months to area manager level just by sharing kits. And I was so excited about it that people, you know, the products are good, but I was like, oh, try that, and people were like noticing it. Oh, you change. What is changing? It's your base, your air? No, it's your. Yeah, I use new products. People were noticing change, and I was like, oh my god, those products really works, you know. So just by sharing kits to find new PCs, new customer, and just by presenting the business to people that I want to work with, I build my business like that. And so I enjoy the benefits of the products, and I get paid for that. So it was really, really, really nice to discover. But the best part for me, you know, Arbonne is all about sharing, you know, sharing products, but sharing what you learn. And it's really nice because when I learn something, and if someone in my team asks a question, and I learned that from, I don't know, Alexandra Sauvé, Jennifer Mercier, Chatin Gauthier, Michel Besson, I'm always proud of that because, you know, it's not like we're not going to school to learn our business. We learn that together, and it's a really, really beautiful part of the business. I love to do trainings. I love to do coachings because we're a family, and when we're there, we learn all together. It's really powerful. So we share products. We coach our PCs to buy in their store. We coach our team to build the business that they want. Okay, and it's really like for me, it changed my life because, you know, when people call you and say, "Oh, thank you so much, you changed my life," and you're like, "What?" You don't saw that at the beginning, but as much as your business is growing. And even if they don't call you, you know, you look them go, and you say, "Oh, I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of her." And it's really like, for me, it's a beautiful thing that could happen because if you want to have your business, if you're an entrepreneur, I think the best part of that business model is the time that you're going to win. Because, you know, where I was, I know that if I continue for years to do that, I'm not gonna have the minutes that I need, because when I want go to one vacation, I have to prepare the time that I was not there because I was the general manager, And when I came back, I have to like work more to catch up. So I was like, and when I turned 40, I went to Greece for 1 month. It was my gift. And when I came back, and I saw all the work that I have to do, I regret my vacation. And I was like, I don't want to think like that. I don't want to live like that, you know? So that's why when Arbonne came in my life and I understand the business model, I said, okay, that's what I want to do. And, you know, I have so much fun in this business. That's the best part, you know? So we laugh. We share things. I met wonderful people. You know, I have people writing me sometimes from Australia, from Great Britain, and for me, when I decide to go regional vice president, I didn't understand the impact that's gonna have on my business. You know, and I understand that day that when you share, when you prove to people that you can have success, they're gonna follow you. So I was like, when I understand that, I was like, oh, thanks God that in the hard part I stay and I stay and I stay, because in the journey, the more you go, the more you get. And I don't talk about money. I talk about like freedom. I talk about we're growing. We're going better and better and better. So if someone invites you tonight on that call, it's because it saw something in you, and listen to that. If you have questions, go back to that person, because sometimes we not see things, and so other people is going to see things for us. And I know every kind of people in Arbonne, you know, and everybody is going with something good of it. You know, I cannot like have bad things in Arbonne. We sell good skincare. You know, what can happen to you? So that's all about I have to share with Arbonne. I hope that my English was okay. I'm going to share the rest of the DA, the parole to Jessica, that I love very much. Every time I saw you, I'm like, oh, Jessica.
Oh, thank you so much, Steve. I love that you mentioned learning, because I think I'm like a life learner. So yeah. I love getting to listen to other people talk about the business, because it's a different story and a bit of a different perspective. And we have some similarities too in why we love Arbonne. So it was really great. So I'm going to continue with the rest of the presentation. And I'm going to introduce myself a little bit more. So I've been in the business now for 2.5 years. I'm an executive area manager. For me, I got introduced to Arbonne through the baby line. My son has really sensitive skin, and we were struggling to find something that he didn't react to. And I'm happy to say that our ABC line was phenomenal, and I use it on both of my kids now. And for me, I didn't know I was looking for Arbonne. I didn't know I was looking for something else in my life. I was time poor. I was working shift work full-time with the Correctional Service of Canada, and my husband also works there as well. We had no family in town. We were really busy, and we weren't married at the time yet. We were busy planning our wedding in 6 months. So the last thing I was looking for was to add something new to my plate. And so for me, when my now mentor in the business, Regional Vice President Constance Carrier-Prill, talked about the business, I very politely just kind of nodded my head and smiled and thought, oh, I'm going to buy the product and support her. And then I got thinking about it, and I love that Steve talked about, you know what, this is a business. We are here to be interested in money. And when I looked at the compensation plan, I was like, oh, this isn't just some, you know, makeup lady business hobby on the side. You can make some real money with this business. And I fell in love with the products. And for me, being someone who's time poor, the idea that it was, you know, I was able to leverage my time in a business like this, in an online global business, just made sense. And I jumped in right away. So I made the decision very quickly, and I didn't turn back. So for me, when I kind of think about why Arbonne, why now, when I'm sharing that with people, I share my story because it's very in line with what makes Arbonne different. So we have a wide range of consumable products, which I'll go over in a little bit. But to me, that just meant I had a wide consumer base that I could sell our products to, that I could share with. I'm basically asking people to redirect money they're already spending on household expenses, you know, whether obviously we all shower, well, I hope we do, and wash our skin and bath our kids and use nutrition products. So to me, I thought I have something for just about everyone. And I love that. I love the fact that it was consumable. You know, you're never going to run out of your shampoos. You're going to reorder stuff before you run out. And then, of course, the ability to leverage time. So this was huge for me because I wasn't really looking to add on anything onto my plate. And so I kind of sat back and thought this. I thought, okay, so if I can share this business with other people and teach and train them how to operate their own Arbonne business, then, you know, I potentially have, let's say I work 5 hours a week and I had 3 people on my team. There's now 4 of us working 20 hours a week. And if I get to the point where I have 8 people on my team, well, now we're working a 40-hour work week together. So all of us working at this business together, that's where your ability to leverage your time comes in. And that's really what drew me to Arbonne, and the fact that it was online. So I had one child at the time. I now have a 4-year-old son and a 7-month-old daughter who is sleeping in the room next to me while I do this presentation while my husband is working his evening shift. And for me, it was huge because I could work this business during his nap time. I could work this business, you know, while we were driving to visit my family that lives 4 hours away. While my husband's driving, I could work my business on my cell phone. So when you kind of hear people talk about that this, you know, you're a laptop CEO, you can take this business wherever you are. So when you're traveling, like Steve said, you know, if he went away, he would feel guilty or feel, you know, like he was holding his business back. That doesn't happen in Arbonne. You can bring it anywhere you go. So I really like that. And lastly, why Arbonne is so appealing is, and I'll be honest, I didn't really know about this. I don't have a business background. I don't have, you know, a health and wellness background either. I went to school for American foreign policy. So this is totally out of my skill set or my, you know, background interest. But I love it and I've learned so much. So I love that Steve talked about learning. We have, you know, the health and wellness industry is booming and we've got anti-aging products and we've got amazing, amazing, amazing nutrition line. Reality is what's happening is the baby boomers aren't retiring as early as they wanted to, and they're having to compete with the Gen Ys. And so what does that mean? They want to look younger and they want to feel better from the inside out. So that's what's really going on in the marketplace. So Arbonne is poised in such an amazing, amazing position. So I'm going to go on and talk about some of our products. And I will be honest, I was not somebody who was, I would say, an aware consumer. I didn't know a lot of this before coming into Arbonne. So it's definitely something I've learned, and I get excited to help educate other people on, people that were probably a little bit like me as well. So what is the Arbonne product advantage? So we combine the best of science, nature, and new technology. Our products are all plant-based. They're botanically inspired formulas built on the Swiss heritage to European standards. So what does that mean? So basically, in Europe, they have very strict, much more strict guidelines than we do. And there are about over 1,200 ingredients that are not allowed in any of their, you know, skincare products. Whereas here in North America, we've only banned about 12 ingredients in our products. So I wasn't happy to learn that, but I'm happy to stand for Arbonne and be a company that's going to help lead other North American companies to follow our direction. So definitely something I feel like I can back. And I think that's important when you're looking at a business. You want to feel like you can stand behind what you're selling and what you're sharing with others. And I definitely feel like I can. We have the highest quality ingredients from all around the globe. We're clinically tested, which I'll get into in a little bit. We're not just clinically, you know, supported or recommended, I guess you can hear. We actually, if our products are tested against other leading products, which is really awesome. We've never tested on animals. We're certified vegan, gluten, OU kosher, and so much more. So what's not in our products? So this is a long list of products, which I'm not going to attempt to say most of them because I definitely don't have a science background. But what I will say is we have no animal products or byproducts. We don't have the mineral oil and petrolatum I have learned so much about. So think of wrapping your arm in saran wrap. Think of wrapping your skin in saran wrap. That's what mineral oil does. It basically acts as, it doesn't allow your skin to breathe. So you can't have any of the toxins that naturally would, come out of your body don't happen when you're using mineral oil. And it also is a really, really cheap filler for a lot of cosmetic companies. So what gas companies do is they distill their, gasoline, and that kind of, it sounds really gross, but that sludge that's at the bottom of the barrel is what mineral oil is, and they sell it off for really cheap to cosmetic companies to use as a filler. And when I found that out, I was like, well, one, that's disgusting. And I'm putting this on my face, and it's also a cheap filler in your product, which means your products aren't going to last very long. So I'm so excited and was very happy to find out that Arbonne does not put mineral oil in their products. Your skin is allowed to breathe when we use our products, and your products last longer because there aren't cheap fillers in them. So this is one study. So the RE9 Advanced Clinical Results. I love what Arbonne did with this. So basically what Arbonne did is they said, you know what, we're going to give you 3 of our products, and we're going to go let you test our Arbonne anti-aging products against the #1 department store brand in the US and the leading MLM brand in the US. And what that really meant to me is, if you're willing, to have a third-party test, have a human subject panel test your products, you must be confident that they are going to come out on top. And not surprisingly, they did. So we have some great results-driven products. We always say we're the best of science and the best of nature, and we are results-driven. So not only are our products pure and safe, but you're actually going to benefit from using them, and you're going to see the results usually within a couple of days of using, which is really awesome. So this is our next slide, talks about our new Arbonne Intelligence Genius Ultra. It is amazing. Arbonne spent 3 years developing this product, which again just goes to show the world-class company that it is. So what it basically does is it uses ultrasound technology, and it helps really maximize the performance of our anti-aging products we already have. So it's really popular to use with our eye cream. You'll use the device for a minute at a time, and you can select one of 3 temperature settings to your liking, and it just will maximize the results that you're already getting from your skincare. And literally, you can use it for a few days in a row, and you already will see your results. So again, Arbonne, I find, is always paying attention to what's popular out there. And the skincare device market has been booming. And not surprisingly, Arbonne spent its time and developed something with the best technology out there that was also safe and that could use coincidentally with products we already have in our skincare line. So very quickly, like I said earlier, we have a wide range of consumable products, and we have something for everyone. And what I find is that people are brand loyal. So for example, I may have a customer that will fall in love with the RE9 line, and they'll start using it, and they learn to, trust me as their consultant, but also love the Arbonne brand. And then they're more willing to try other stuff. They're more say, hey, do you have some nutrition stuff? I'd like to try that as well. So that's what I love about the fact that we have a wide range of products. We have something for everyone, and people will learn to shop from other parts of our online store. And again, consumable products. What happens is, I'm never going to let my conditioner run out. I use the protein every month, so I'm going to reorder things just like my clients do. So repeat orders becomes repeat income. And again, that's where you leverage your time in this business. Once you have someone as a client, and we're always servicing our clients well, we're always loving on our clients, and they will continue to go online and shop from our store and order products before they run out. So what do we do in Arbonne? Steve talked about it when he mentioned, what do we stop doing? What do we start doing when you get into the business? What you're really doing is you're building a network of independent consultants and clients. So you're going to share these products with people. You're going to let them try the products, and we're going to share the business opportunity with people. And when they say yes, we will teach and train them and coach them if they're consultants on the team. And we'll also, share the products and more information with our clients as well. So where do you see yourself? There are 3 ways to join Arbonne. You can join as a host, and we love our hosts. I believe that Arbonne has the most incredible host reward system. You can earn free products. There's amazing benefits. And personally, I love my hosts because you're helping me introduce the business and the products with people I probably wouldn't have otherwise met. So I always really love on my hosts and appreciate people opening up their homes to me. And it's a fun night. Steve talked a lot about fun, and we can have pampering parties, and we can have cosmetic nights, and we can make some great nutrition sampling, tasting nights. It can really be anything you want. So if hosting is what you're interested in, please talk to your consultant about what type of event you would like to host. The second way to join is to sign up as a client or preferred client. The main difference is a client pays the suggested retail price or the sticker price, and a preferred client gets a discount. I personally always encourage people to sign up as a preferred client because I don't want any of my friends and family buying full price. That's just not right. What that basically means is you're paying a small fee. In Canada, it's $24 for a year, sort of similar to a Costco membership. And that will get you access to 20% off all year round off of products. And you can also order special bundles that are 40% off, and you get entered into a preferred advantage program. You can get free shipping, and there's a lot of other perks. So preferred client is definitely the way to go if you're looking at buying bulk and buying our products. The last way is if you're interested in the business and you've listened to this and you want to hear about more, and what more is becoming an independent consultant, or how do I get started? So if you say I'm ready to start my business, it's a low cost sign up fee. Here in Canada, it's $95 to start. That gets you your online website right away, gets you a business ID. You're sort of officially in business. From there, we mentioned sharing the products. So you do need to purchase some products that you can talk to the consultant that invited you here tonight on the call and talk about, sort of the things that you would get to start your business going. We are a try before you buy company. So what I always do, and what Steve mentioned, how he promoted to Area, was he just got his kits out. So we purchased skincare kits and then loaned them out to friends and family to try for themselves. And so as a consultant, we're able to get 35% off and anywhere up to 50% off packages, which is really awesome. We have a generous compensation plan, which Steve already went over. And I love the willable business aspect of being an area manager. This is awesome. And where Steve is at the point in his business now, you have an opportunity to earn a Mercedes cash bonus at the vice president level and above. And the last part that I personally really love about Arbonne, on top of getting to know so many more amazing people that I get to meet, like Steve and other sidelines in this business, is the personal growth and development. When I started in this business, I definitely came to the business with certain skills. And then also what I find is you really become the best version of yourself. You're constantly working on yourself. You're constantly learning new things. You're pushing yourself. I know when I looked at that chart, I thought, ooh, if I could just get to the first level, that would be awesome. And then as I met national vice presidents and regional vice presidents, I kind of realized they're just like me. This business is whatever you make of it, and you can do whatever you want in this business. And you don't need to have, certain qualifications, like Steve mentioned. You don't need to have, certain degrees or a certain background. I don't have a health and wellness background, but guess what I've learned? And I wanted to learn, and I was willing to learn, and I wanted to help other people do the same thing, that I do. I'm now at the point of the business where I'm on maternity leave with my 7-month-old, and I was able to make the decision that I'm not going back to work for the next 5 years. And so now I get to stay home with my kids and work my business more, part-time, full-time, and be able to share the business with more people. And I'm excited to be able to help people do the same. So dream big. So if you're on the call tonight and you're considering the business, these things really stuck with me when I heard my first Discover Arbonne. And keep in mind, the choices, you are where you are today because of the choices you made yesterday. So for me, when I was at the point in my life where I was still working my job and I wasn't getting ahead and I wasn't enjoying it, I wasn't doing anything differently. Nothing is going to change if you don't make changes happen in your life. If you keep doing what you are doing, where will you be in 5 years? So if you keep doing what you're doing today, are you going to be happy where you're going to be in 5 years? Most people, that's a tough question to ask. I wouldn't have been happy where if I was, where I was 2 years ago, I wouldn't still be happy. I was drained. I was mentally exhausted. I had to go pick up my son from my friend's house at 11 p.m. at night because we didn't have family in town to watch my kids because my husband and I were both working till 11 p.m. I will admit I left some nights crying. I left some nights coming home to my house where I just snuggled with him for an hour and stayed up later because I missed him because I didn't see him for 16 hours. And I told myself, like, this is not what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. This is not the type of, job, I guess we can call it, that I want to be doing for another, 25 years, let alone another 5 years. So for me, this decision was a no-brainer. And it just made sense. And all the reasons we went over before. So I like to tell people, because it can be hard to make a decision and to make a change in your life. It's definitely not necessarily easy, but instead of, change your mindset. Instead of worrying about what if it works, or what are people going to think, or what if I'm not successful, ask yourself, what if it does work? What if you're, somebody like Steve or myself or Constance or Alexandra that are on the call? What if you do start and it does work? What kind of options can you create for your life? For me, I don't have to go back to work full time. That is amazing. Like, I never imagined. I heard that we'd have the option at my job to be able to stay on an extended mat leave, but who can afford that? I mean, how was I going to pay the bills? I'd never be able to do that with Arbonne. Arbonne's given me choices. And that's what I really love about this business, is it gives you the choices of what you want to do with your life. And I'll kind of end it with that. This business can be whatever you want it to be. And Steve, I love, love, love that you said that this business, walk with the walkers, run with the runners. If you're somebody who, is looking for an extra $500 every month just to help pay the bills, or maybe you want to put money away to go on an awesome family trip every year, we can show you how. If you're someone who is like me and wasn't happy in their job and you really want to replace your income, we can show you how. That's what I love about this business. It can be whatever you want it to be. So I want to just thank everyone really quickly for joining the call. I don't know, Steve, if you have anything else you want to add on the end, but I just appreciate everyone jumping in and listening. And I'm just excited. I'm so excited. And I want to thank you, Steve, again for coming.
Oh, thank you so much. And it's the first time I heard you on the DA. You're so great. My God. You're doing
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah. I want to speak English like this one day.
Well, that's like me when I hear you speak French. I'm like, I want to be just like you. And don't ask me to speak French right now. It's really pathetic. I don't want to go there.
No, but you know what? My English was not like that 2 years ago. So that's another thing that Arbonne brings in my life. So
there we go. That's awesome.
Thank you for